Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into something I know a lot of you have been asking about, backlinks
Yeah.
and how they impact SEO.
Right.
We're going to be looking at an article today by Felipe Suarez,
Okay.
and he's like an SEO expert, and he breaks down backlinks in this really interesting way on Medium.
Okay.
He says that backlinks are basically like votes of confidence.
Yeah,
That was really interesting.
it's a really powerful analogy, right? Like
Yeah.
when you think about it that way, you suddenly realize like how important these endorsements are.
Yeah.
Like Google really does look at these as like a sign of credibility.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found interesting is how Suarez really emphasizes that it's not just about the number of backlinks you have.
Yeah.
It's about the quality of those backlinks.
So it's less about like popularity and more about like earning respect from like the right corners of the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. The websites that Google considers like the most authoritative,
Mm-hmm.
those are places like major news outlets, right? Like BBC, the New York Times,
Yeah.
educational institutions like MIT, Stanford.
Yeah.
These websites, they've earned a really high domain rating
Right.
because of their history, their trustworthiness, the sheer amount of content they produce. So
Mm-hmm.
a single backlink from a site like that is incredibly valuable.
That makes a lot of sense. But why exactly do those votes of confidence matter so much to Google?
Well, think about it. Google's whole thing is that it wants to deliver the best,
Right.
most relevant, most
Yes.
trustworthy results
To the user.
to their users.
Right.
So backlinks are one of the key ways that Google uses to kind of figure out
Okay.
how authoritative and relevant a website is.
So it's like Google's playing detective and they're looking for clues
Yeah,
to see who the real deal is out of
exactly.
all the websites on the internet.
Yeah, and a backlink is like a piece of evidence
Okay.
because it shows that your content is valuable enough for another website, especially one with a high domain rating,
Right.
to actually link to it as a resource for their own audience.
It's like a stamp of approval.
It is, yeah, it's like a stamp of approval from a trusted source.
Right. And the more these stamps of approval you have, the higher your website's going to rank in search results.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not the only factor, of course.
You're right.
Like, obviously, the quality of your content matters.
Yeah.
User experience, how mobile-friendly your site is.
Right.
All these things play a role.
Mm-hmm.
But backlinks are a really fundamental part of the equation.
Okay.
And backlinks create what Suarez calls this snowball effect.
Okay.
Basically, you get a backlink
Yeah.
that increases your visibility, so more people are going to find your site,
Okay.
and then more people linking back to you.
So then you're even more credible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just kind of keeps building.
So it's like this self-perpetuating cycle of SEO goodness.
Pretty much.
You get a backlink that boosts your visibility, even more people find your content and potentially link back to you.
Exactly. And it's not even just about rankings either.
Yeah.
Increased visibility from backlinks also drives more traffic to your website.
Right, because you're more likely to click on a link if it's from a site you already trust.
Exactly. It's that same social proof idea.
It's like that social proof we see everywhere, just in the digital world.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are more likely to check something out if they see that other people are recommending it.
Right. Like you trust the recommendation.
So we've talked about how valuable these backlinks from authoritative sites are.
Right.
But how do we make sure we're attracting the right kind of backlinks?
Yeah.
Because I know Suarez mentions that like irrelevant backlinks can actually end up hurting your SEO,
Yeah.
which seemed kind of counterintuitive at first.
It is. It's all about context. Right?
Gosh.
Like imagine you're reading this really interesting article
Mm-hmm.
about the future of electric vehicles.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, there's this link
Yeah.
to a website selling like vintage stamps.
Oh, okay.
It just seems out of place, right?
Yeah, it kind of throws you off. It makes you question the whole article.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if you can trust anything in that article.
Yeah,
And Google's algorithm's gotten really good at recognizing that.
really.
Like they can spot those irrelevant backlinks. And instead of it helping you, it might actually hurt you
Wow.
because it just makes your website look bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like if you get invited to a party
Okay.
and you're like, this isn't really my scene.
Yeah,
Like you're not going to gain anything by being there.
right. So how do we avoid those SEO faux pas, I guess you could call them,
Yeah.
and make sure we're building a backlink profile that's actually going to help us?
Well, you have to understand the different types of backlinks
Okay.
and focus on the ones that are really relevant to your content and your audience.
Okay. So give me an example.
So like editorial backlinks.
Okay.
Those are like the gold standard.
What makes them so special?
Yeah, they're the mentions that you get naturally
Okay.
because your content is so good.
Got it.
Like other websites just want to link back to you.
So like if you get featured in like a roundup article or something,
Yeah.
like on a big website.
Yeah. Or let's say your research gets cited on like an industry blog.
Right.
That's how you know you're doing something, right?
Okay, so it's not about chasing these backlinks, it's about making content that deserves those backlinks.
Exactly.
Got it.
You're becoming a thought leader.
Okay.
That's what you want.
Right, so we talked about editorial backlinks.
Yeah.
What about resource backlinks?
Oh, yeah, those are great too.
What are those?
It's when you create content that's super useful for other people in your industry.
Okay.
Like imagine you make this amazing guide or like an infographic that's easy to understand or even a tool or a calculator that people can use.
Right.
People are going to link back to that.
Okay, so that makes me think about those link and bio pages you see everywhere on social media.
Right.
Are those considered resource backlinks?
Not really.
Ah,
It's great to have a page on your site that shows off your best stuff,
yeah.
but those are internal links.
Okay.
They don't carry the same weight as an external backlink from a different website.
Because you're basically vouching for your own content.
It's like recommending your own restaurant.
Right.
It's fine, but it
that-
doesn't hold the same weight.
Right. You want that restaurant critic to recommend you.
Exactly.
Okay, so since we're talking about what's what,
Yep.
let's talk about paid backlinks.
Yes.
Everyone wants to know.
The quick fix.
Yeah.
Google hates that.
They do. So we shouldn't do it.
No, it's against their rule.
Okay, because they want you to earn that authority.
They want you to earn it
Mm,
through great content.
right, not just buying it.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's all about being genuine.
So what about ethical ways to build these backlinks?
Yeah.
Because Suarez talks about it being kind of a waiting game.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Building backlinks takes time.
Okay.
It's a long game.
There's no quick fix.
The quick fixes.
Yeah.
But there are things you can do to speed things up a bit.
So if there's no quick fix,
Right.
what's the best way to start building these high-quality backlinks?
Honestly, it always comes back to the content. You got to create something amazing,
Yeah.
something shareable, something that provides real value to your audience.
So you want to be the go-to in your niche.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
What would make other websites in your field
Okay.
want to link back to your content?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, what are some practical ways to do that?
Well, guest blogging is always a good option.
Okay.
Find some reputable websites in your industry
Mm-hmm.
and offer to write something for them.
So you're reaching a whole new audience.
Exactly. And if you do it right, you get that backlink from their site.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
Are there other ways to get on the radar of these bigger sites?
Sure.
And make them want to link to your content?
Yeah, definitely. Get involved in your industry,
Mm.
like online communities, forums.
Okay.
Jump into those discussions.
Mm.
Share your expertise.
Show them what you know.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to promote your own content either.
Right.
Like if you've got a great article or infographic, reach out to those website owners.
Yeah.
Let them know about it.
Just be genuine about it.
Exactly. Make sure it's relevant to their audience.
It's like anything else. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right. Sometimes you got to be your own hype man.
Exactly. So before we wrap up, I wanted to circle back to social media backlinks.
Okay.
We talked about how they might not have the same SEO weight as those backlinks from other websites,
Right.
but Suarez mentions they're still valuable.
Oh, for sure.
Why is that?
Social media is huge for driving traffic to your site,
Okay,
and it increases brand awareness,
got it.
which can indirectly help your SEO.
So it all kind of works together.
It does.
Mm.
A strong social media presence gets more people to your content organically,
Yeah.
and then those people might end up linking back to you.
Which is what we want, those backlinks.
Exactly. Think of it as this ripple effect. Everything you do online,
Yeah.
it all plays a role in making your content more visible.
This has been a really interesting deep dive today.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We've learned why backlinks are so important for SEO,
Hmm.
the different types of backlinks, and how to get those good backlinks.
Ethically.
Ethically, that's right.
Yeah.
So what have we learned?
I think the biggest takeaway is that building a good backlink profile, it takes time.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
You got it. You got to
Sure.
be patient. You got to be consistent. And you have to keep putting out amazing content,
Sure.
content that other people are going to naturally want to share.
It's all about those votes of confidence.
So as you're building those backlinks, always ask yourself,
Yeah.
what would make my website worthy of a backlink from a website I respect?
That's the question right there.
What can you offer that other people are going to want to talk about?
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
The answer's always changing.
right.
You learn, you grow, you become an even bigger expert.
They're better and better.
Exactly. So enjoy the process. Focus on quality. Be patient, and you'll see the results.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.